Okay, we're back now. I wanted to go over now some other aspects here. We got a few more pieces we can go into detail here. So let's go ahead and lay out a little middle point. And I'm going to also add, I don't want to do an extrusion, so I'm going to add another edge loop. Essentially, I don't want to bevel ever really when I'm doing 3D modeling, even though maybe a bevel would have been nice there. But the problem with beveling on these sort of models, like organic models as opposed to hard surface, organic models need a lot more motion and movability, usually, right? Let's go ahead and drag that in a bit. See? Just want to kind of create a little bit of a heel section. And hard surface models don't have to move, so they can kind of be all sorts of wacky, right? This is maybe a little too extreme, I'm noticing, so let's take it and move it in a little bit, right? And kind of take this and pull it up. And again, some vert pushing is going to be desired here. And I feel like it's probably not enough geometry yet to do the sculpt geometry tool. Otherwise, that would be my preferred method. I would use that. This grid is starting to get in my way. I want to get rid of that grid just so I can, for the moment, see. It's looking pretty good. We can probably get some extra stuff in here. Let's go ahead and add an edge loop here. And well, I want to get the ankle in, right? So it's time for a little bit of ankle action. So I'm going to put one here too. Hopefully that's not too many. And I'm going to be real simple about it. I'm just going to drag out this and work it over some. It's a little too not. Let's see if I can get away with it. It's a little. Yeah. Let's come back to that because I feel like I might be able to incorporate some edge looping from the toes in a little bit. So let's just say that this is a placeholder for the moment where I will have the ankle. It's a little too much at the moment, but there we go. There we go. Let's leave that for there for now, just for the moment. And see if we can't slide this a little bit more. There's always a little more tweaking. That seems like you can do. But it is those little changes that tend to make the difference in the end. See, like it feels like there could be one here too. Okay, so all right. So just like with the hand, the Ryan Kittleson video there, and I'm gonna kind of do. Let's cut these out, right? Oops. Cut these out, and we're gonna set up toes. So let's get a little box toe. The toes are weird. Let's start with the big toe. It's kind of the most obvious toe. And also, it's a really tall toe. It's very different than the little teeny toes. But let's go take a look at some of my Argonian toe reference. Ooh, they have weird toes, don't they? Their toes are a little different, obviously. You can kind of see how they almost have like a hand foot. But I'm going to kind of blend that a little bit with a more human-like toe setup. So let's see here. Now, our big problem is going to be all the geometry that we get in here. So, okay, let's go ahead and add in a little bit of room to do some work. Pop this on up. There we go. Nothing too crazy here, but the real issue is going to be, maybe you notice, is how am I going to connect these in here? So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, but that's not 5 toes. And we really need a hookup set up here. We need to incorporate, because this is going to have essentially, your toe's going to look like here, and you're going to want something here. Right, and because I added on the foot, I've got a little one down here, so I'm going to take this toe. I really want an extra one down here, right, because that's going to keep continuity going on, and that allows us to still kind of play with, oops, sorry, let's do edges. You can still play with a lot of these. So you want your toe set up like this, so you can have, you know what, I'm sorry, dude, let's just grab this like this. This is a much more efficient way. We'll just size it down. There you go. And these ones can be sized down a little bit too. So there we go. So there's our toe, right? And we can kind of start to form it a little bit. And I'm going to make it so that this toe kind of has more of a, I don't know, I don't want to say lizard feel, but it's like a lizard toe, so whatever. A little bit of shape to it. All right, and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. Oops, there we go, undo, there we go. All right, so let's check this out. One toe. And let's go ahead and delete the history so we don't carry that over. And 2, and obviously it's going to be smaller, or it should be. And 3. Oops. I think I just hit save. And 4. And 5. Now, they're basic the same shape, but they're going to be different. Going to be pretty different. And let's not tilt that just yet. Let's just sort of line them up. Just want to make sure that they kind of, this little one's going to be even smaller. Make sure that all these toes basically end up fitting in. Our toes kind of squish together a lot. They squeeze on one another quite a bit. So now we got something to kind of mess with a little bit more. But it doesn't really matter because this isn't going to quite work. So now, in the next video, we'll sort out, we got these toes kind of laid out, we'll sort out how to place them, okay?